Wow. Hold on guys, I'm gonna need a real good drink before I start to tell you what I just witnessed. Oh, I was advised to go watch the Paul Thorpe interview on the No Chance channel. Well, I'm speechless, disappointed, really disappointed. With regards to Paul Thorpe, I thought, well, I've never really watched any of his live shows. I reviewed one show once and that was enough for me. I never wanted to do it again. Occasionally I'll take snips that others have provided to talk about him, make a point. But this evening I thought, no, I'll give him a chance and I'll listen. Got there about 5 minutes before it started. The room was packed already, people waiting. I think when I left there were 1,000 people watching. I stuck it for 30 minutes. I had to leave. I'll tell you why in a moment. Went back then 10 minutes later, still the same. One of the first things Paul Thorpe did was to turn off the chats, took a pop at the people commenting, saying you can type away as much as you like, I can't see it. Kind of smug look on his face. And then it kind of started. No Chance, I don't know the guy, I'm sure he's a great guy and a patriot, but he wasn't the man for the job. I'm going to have to be completely honest now, guys, okay? No offence to him, I'm sure he's a great guy, but they needed someone a little bit more ruthless, a little bit tougher on this. People were asking No Chance if he was going to show his face. He didn't show his face. That was kind of disappointing. Made a mistake saying, said that camera wasn't working. Cameras are not expensive, even I can go one, you know. 12,000 subs, I'm sure his ad revenue would have covered the cost of a camera for what was a fairly important interview. Well, Paul Thorpe, as usual, from what I gather, was full of himself. The chats were more interesting with the Thorpe fangirls saying how horrible people were and why are we persecuting their saint, their cult leader. So after about 20 minutes I was starting to get a little bit, well, not angry, disappointed with No Chance, not asking any questions. So then I started typing in, oh, where's the meat? Ask the questions. Yeah. And then I started shouting in the comments, putting into capital letters. 1, ask him, is he a Zionist? 2, ask him if he regrets calling the people who unsubscribed idiots. Talking about unsubscriptions, he said that he was actually asked about this subscriptions, and he said that he'd lost just under 3,000 subscribers. When I checked this morning, he'd lost over 3,000, but that's neither here nor there. There were no difficult questions asked in the hour I was present in the room, and in the end, it seemed to me that No Chance just handed the channel over to Paul Thorpe, who was talking about this, talking about that. One decent question was about the money raised for Peter Lynch, what happened to it? And Thorpe's come back to that was, well, that was nothing to me, Gov, you know? I don't know anything about that. And he said that he'd never had a drink with Tommy, and it was then just all about Paul Thorpe. It really was that bad. I should imagine, I think Simon Tomlin from the Daily Agenda was in there, and I think he'll probably do a review on this tomorrow. I wasn't going to bother, and then I was that disgusted. I thought, well, I was working on this, the Iran war, and the Houthis threatening to closed down effectively the Suez Canal, which I think is a big story. And I stopped to go and watch that show, and I really, really regret it now, guys. Given that there were 1,000 people in the channel, I'm sure some of you who watched it may or may not disagree or confirm what I say to be true. Perhaps I expected too much, you know. I've said I wouldn't debate Paul Thorpe. I'll give the reasons for that in a second, but Paul Thorpe said that Rupert Lowe wouldn't talk to him. Why the hell should Rupert Lowe talk to him? I mean, who does he think he is? He's a member of a party that's about to vanish off the face of the earth. I mean, I really don't know. I think that sun must have got to his head. Beyond. Anyhow, not much more I can say, guys. I'll just pause for a second to think if I've missed anything. Yeah, there were lots of the numbers 14 going up in the thing, you know. What does 14 mean? And lots of comments about teeth. I did say I was going to put my sunglasses on, because my night driving glasses, because they dazzled me. I could do with some whitening, but these are my own teeth. Not bad, 77 years. I wish I hadn't opened that a bit of bottle top off when I was 16 and cracked it, but it's held on. Anyhow, listen, I got something for you to watch. So you'd have been better off watching this than watching No Chance. Letting Paul Thorpe dominate the conversation. So many questions he could have asked him, so many missed opportunities. Anyhow, have a look at this. This is much better for you. There. 10 hours of watching grass grow. I've been watching for a bit, actually. You can see it move every now and again. And I think I saw a fly once. I was going to put the paint drying channel on, but it was a burgundy again, and we saw burgundy last time, didn't we? Okay, guys, so I'll leave you with that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Was that a fly then? I don't know. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you in the morning. I am so looking forward to the reviews of this disappointing chat over on No Chance. No offense, No Chance, but you could have done better.